Hi, I'm Megan, and here's what readers are saying about Giddy Up by Isabel Reed. This was such a wholesome read with authentic characters, the sweetest moments, and a sincere representation of anxiety that truly had me feeling everything for the FMC Riley. This is such a cute small town romance with characters in their 30s that are looking for that connection that they've missed so far. Riley has been sheltered by her family and suffers with severe anxiety, causing her to be vulnerable, confused, and intimidated by everyday social interactions, and isolated being a 30-year-old virgin with the hots for her new boss, but no clue how to speak or act around him. Meanwhile, Wade has been feeling down on his luck with his love life, but feels a spark with his new employee and is determined to understand Riley and show her how perfect she is. I loved how considerate and empathetic Wade was and how he encouraged her passion for cooking and all their thoughtful dates. Riley's family are the worst and completely smother her, so I loved seeing Riley find her confidence and gain support in her new lover and friends. Also, the touch bracelets are the cutest idea, and I absolutely loved this moment. Each book in the series can be read as a standalone, but I highly recommend reading in order as the characters overlap and it's the sweetest series filled with passionate and possessive MMCs who go feral for their women. Kez from Goodreads. Giddy Up is the fifth installment in Isabel Reed's Love Burns series, and we are finally getting the story of Wade Evans and his lady Riley. Wade is the confident, charming cowboy who exudes the perfect blend of alpha energy with the right amount of sweet teddy bear personality. He has an immediate attraction to Riley, a newcomer to Wood Valley Pines, who lived a very sheltered life. Riley decided that when she turned 30, she needed to step out of her comfort zone to the extreme, moving to a new town, starting a new job, and dealing with the unexpected romantic sparks that she was feeling with Wade. Wade knows from the beginning that he wants Riley for long term and is more than happy to push her towards a long term goal. But Riley is skittish and keeps pulling away, which makes Wade unsure if he needs to keep pushing or fight for a commitment from her. The intermix of steam, heart, emotional depth, and now cowboys made this a fantastic book. I hope that Reed keeps the series going. Otherwise, I need to start reading her other books. If you're looking for more from Wood Valley Pines and love the small town romance vibe, then this is the book for you. While you don't need to read the whole series to enjoy this book, each book is such an easy read that you'll just want to eat them all up. Ashley from Goodreads. The next book in the Love Burns series, Giddy Up, brings the reader to the fall of another Evans sibling, a series full of collection of forever couples. However, each has their own story. The author presents these novels in a way that you can read them as standalone novels, not necessarily in order. Riley is a socially awkward girl who has never had any type of romantic relationship. So when her crush shows up in front of her, she doesn't know what to do or how to handle it. She tries to speak, but nothing comes out. Her anxiety just ticks up. So she runs. Wade doesn't understand it. Why a woman with such beauty is constantly running all the time? What's going on? What's her story? Why is he intrigued? He wants to get to know Riley better, but he's not sure how well it's going to go. However, he decided he will keep trying because when he's around her, he feels like she's something special, possibly the one. You want to know what happens? It's time for you to dig into Giddy Up to find out. Beverly from BookBub. I picked up Giddy Up without even reading the blurb. You probably don't know this, but I often choose books without knowing what's in them. I like to be surprised, so please don't judge me. This book ended up giving me a double surprise. Based on the cover, I expected a darkish, macho, bad boy cowboy romance. What I actually got was a sweet, wholesome cowboy romance instead. Still filled with some good spice, but so much more heart than I anticipated. I absolutely loved the mental health representation. As someone who struggles with anxiety, I found the portrayal of the FMC insanely realistic and relatable. I was genuinely happy to see that nobody tried to change or fix her. It was respectful, heartwarming, and honestly made me want to go to from ranch to ranch until I find a cowboy too. The book can absolutely be read as a standalone, but I would say that you get an extra layer of emotional depth if you read the other books in the series. There are familiar faces that pop up, and some moments definitely hit harder if you know the full story. I'm so glad I picked this up. I'm excited to stick around and read more of Isabel's books. I really love the writing style and the emotional layers that come with it. Nicolette from Amazon. It took me a couple of chapters to click, but once chapter 3 hit, I was in. Riley feels like a real person, sheltered and a little stuck and trying hard, and watching her finally step out of Silver Valley at 30 had me cheering. New town, new job, and a boss who short circuits her ability to form complete sentences made the setup messy in the most entertaining way. Then Wade Evans shows up with cowboy dimples and quiet confidence, and the chemistry snaps into place. And yes, he can stay. I'm not taking any questions. I love that he's grinding 7 days a week with almost no social life, yet still makes his interest clear the second he realizes it's mutual. The push and pull when Riley keeps running, gives the pacing teeth, and when he has to choose between cutting his losses or fighting for her, the emotional payoff lands exactly where it should. The spice is just right, confident and intimate without shouting for attention. By the end, Riley finds her voice and asks for what she wants, and I close the book smiling like an idiot. Glad I picked this one up, and I will be looking for more from this author, Michael from Amazon. And that is what readers are saying about Giddy Up by Isabel Reed. Happy reading.